Hey everyone, TimaeuSS here, and welcome to another Honkai Star Rail video. So the global tier list has been updated, version 1.1 for the new current season of A Memory of Chaos. And as you can see, I'm 30 out of 30 stars, full clear on the Memory of Chaos at the moment. So let's take a deep dive into the new update tier list. As you can see, we already have some changes, and I'll do my best to try to explain those and offer my thoughts on this as well. Now, if you haven't already, do check out my CM Bros tier list for version 1.1. We took a deep dive onto the CN counterparts and their breakdown of the Memory Chaos teams and how they've ranked their units. So check that out if you haven't already. So for our global one, let's take a look. Right at the very top, S+. I don't think we need to talk about these anymore. Seele, Bronya, Silverwolf, fantastic. Honestly, if I can, I would give Seele SS+. She is that good. For those of you that may not know, Seele is the very core of 0 cycle clears. You can still do a Jingyuan or even Yang Qing as well, but Seele just does so much better. And 0 cycle as in, you have your cycles / pseudo turns in Memory Chaos, but each cycle you can take multiple turns, so we just count it as a cycle, as that's part of the 3 stars. And Seele, basically with the supporting cast in the second half of Memory Chaos, can basically do it without a single cycle expiring. So that's what I mean. So yeah, for the rest, Silverwolf, of course, our new addition, moved up from S to S+ in the last change, because she just brings so much to the table. There are multiple ways of playing her now. We've discovered the Mimi ult every turn, basically. E into Q into E and Q, or the standard QEA if you're E1, or if you use the event cone. Otherwise, you can still do QEAA, which is E into 2 auto attacks into ultimate. All of them are very good. Okay, all of them are very good. Now, looking at the supports, Bailu's still at the top. I am going to say that it's very soon going to change into an S tier hero with the introduction of Luocha. Luocha is going to do so much better on the Memory Chaos this cycle, and also in future cycles, because this buff debuff removal is just crazy future proof in my opinion. And Qingque, honestly, great work. How the tables have turned, or as Michael Scott used to say, how the turntables, because remember when he came out, people did not believe in Gepard. Of course, we all know now, with a speed boost, energy cone, and everything else into the defense stat, he is able to solo, I repeat, solo support tank for your team. You don't even need to run a healer, technically. That's how good he is. Now, looking at the S tiers, I won't go over all the changes. Mainly the damage dealers, as we talked about in the CN one, which is Jingyuan and Sushen, basically after Seele. But one thing we do notice that has changed and gone up in rank is Pela. Pela now is S rank, along with Qingque and Welt. So Pela is so strong now because, well, first of all, actually twofold, right? First of all, there is a new event cone that makes her really good, and that's the Silverwolf free event cone. That's why I run my Silverwolf E2 with the signature cone to have a bit more damage output. This way, my Pela can run the event free cone, and you would pretty much have 100% uptime on the defense down, and it does stack with the Silverwolf one. So this is insane. Absolutely insane. And don't forget, Pela also has a Dispel, which is very crucial in this Memory Chaos season. All right, you have units that are is it this one? Yes, these ones. These units will summon these guys that have the revive buff. Okay, it's very important. The revive buff can be removed by the Dispel, and also Luocha will be able to do that as well. So Pela, very good. Qingque, definitely S tier. I would even rate her slightly higher, because I think Bronya S+ tier, you need E1 Bronya and her cone for her to truly shine. But Qingque, just with any support cone that you want to run, Dance Dance or even the Bronya cone, allows her to sit comfortably in the S tier and slightly edging towards the S+ in my opinion. Welt, kind of tough. The competition is definitely there now. But with Luocha, more imaginary teams will be viable, so S tier, I think that's pretty fair. And then we also had Clara move from the damage dealer section into the defensive support. very reasonable. She's run as pretty much a pseudo tank hybrid between damage dealer and tank, but you can't really reliably have her be your damage dealer just because if she doesn't get attacked, then not really doing much. And we know cycles are very important, so it's key. Speed is also key. Now, looking at everything else at the moment, Asta, personally, I feel like Asta is also very good. It's a shame because this list, I think currently, only looks at E2 for the 4 stars, I believe. Yeah, E2 for the 4 star because Asta is E6 and is absolute S tier, 100%. But this is looking at E2 for 4 stars and E0 for Seele, right? So yeah, fair to have her sit over there. We've also had 2 friendly members move up from B to A, Qingque and Himeko. Again, Himeko, because of all the allies and enemies that are gonna allies benefit from this, because every time you break, you get the stacking passive, and enemies. Last time we have a lot of fire enemies, so the breaking actually helped a ton. So this follow-up damage being not skill point intense really helps her with the rating, but A is okay. I would actually move Hook down personally. I know all your Hook Hook lovers don't hate, all right? I would personally move Hook down, and Sushan should be at the top of the A tier. I feel she does so much, and Servo is fine there, but you know what? Every time I look at Qingque or Qingque, she could be an S tier or A tier or B tier all at the same time. Of course, it's all RNG based, but once you get to, I believe E6 is where the insane changes happen with her. I do have her E6, of course. I will start building her and maybe have a highlight video, but for me, she's definitely a dark horse. For those of you that I know you guys love using her, let me know your thoughts down in the comment about how your experience have been with her so far. Now, March 7th, sitting at A, unfortunately, in the preservation support tier. I do expect the fire trailblazer to join her shortly. The shield isn't that great, and I mainly use my own trailblazer to essentially break as a fire breaker. That's really all she's doing for me at the moment. So B tier sample, you know what? Sample's time will shine once Kafka is out, 100%. When Kafka is out, sample will jump straight into A, if not S tier, as part of the dot team. Arlan Physical and Harta are still currently at the bottom, but you know, who knows? With the release of the Kuru spin toy from MiHoYo, if you guys haven't seen it already, it's very cute. I'm trying to pre-order one myself as well. Then more and more people will try Herta and see where that brings us. Anyhow, let me know your thoughts on this new tier list for version 1.1 and how your memory chaos is going. We have, I think, 8 days left in this cycle, and then we move on towards the next one. You can actually check. The next one is about debuffs, I believe. Yeah. Or this one's currently already about debuffs, but in the patch notes, we know what's coming up, and you have to remove enemy buffs or something. Basically trying to sell Luocha. Yeah, that is the new global updated tier list for this Memory Chaos season. And hopefully, you guys are happy with how things are going. I'm currently a bit of a downtime in the works here because we're waiting for Luocha. Nothing else is going on. I'm just farming gears. Dailies take 5 minutes for me, which is fantastic. So I can spend time with my other games. So let me know. And it's Mice here. And I'll see you guys in the next video.